Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's assembly. It's Thursday the 28th of January and it's the Deputy Head Teachers Assembly. And I wanted to choose a theme this week, so I think it's really important that we think about our nature. And I've chosen something that you can actually do together as a family and perhaps link up with some family members that you haven't seen to take part in this amazing piece of work, which is the RSPB Big Garden Watch for 2021. And this runs from the 29th of January, so that's tomorrow, until the 31st of January. So you have plenty of time to sign up and participate in this amazing piece of work. So the Big Garden Watch is a really fantastic chance to enjoy an hour. So you just put aside an hour of your time with nature and really to discover the wealth of wildlife that's really on your doorstep and in your garden. So perhaps you can come together over this time with other members of your family to take part in the world's largest wildlife survey. So I'm going to talk through now what you need to do to participate in the RSPB Big Garden Birdwatch. So the first thing you need to do is actually go to the RSPB website, and once you're on there you'll see a page called the Big Garden Watch page. And what you need to do, once you've signed up and you've found lots of the amazing resources, and I'll come on to that a bit more in a moment and show you some of those, you pick a time. So you only need 1 hour, okay, between the 29th and the 31st of January. So it could be that you get up really, really early in the day and you spend an hour before your learning starts looking at the birds in your garden, or you might want to leave it till later on when you've finished your learning, or maybe you do that over the weekend. So then what you need to do is, once you've got your resources and you've chosen your hour, you count the birds that you can see in your garden or maybe from your balcony. So you don't include any birds that are actually in flight, so flying over the top of your house or across your garden. So you're counting those ones that you can actually see within your garden. And so there's lots of resources on the site for you to help identify the different types of birds that are in your garden. And once you have completed that, you actually submit your results online. And it's fantastic because so many people take part and every count is important. So maybe at this point you're thinking, well, why do I need to do this? What is the purpose of taking part in the Big Garden Birdwatch this year? So it's really important because the RSPB have been undertaking this type of survey for about 40 years or longer than 40 years. And what this does is it lets them track the different species of birds over the period of time, and it can highlight some of the challenges that are faced by wildlife. Now, for example, if we think about song thrushes and we go back to 1979, they were in the top 10 of birds that were sighted in people's gardens. But by 2019, these numbers had declined by 76%, and they were only coming in at number 20. So you can see how this data can be really useful for them to find out what's going on with particular species and perhaps why a particular species is in decline, or it could be the complete opposite. It may be that there was a decline and now the numbers of that particular bird have started to pick up, and they can have a look into whether perhaps something they've put into place has helped with this change. So it really is worth spending some time going onto the RSPB website, and this is an example of just one of the resources that I've downloaded that you might want to use when you come to do your birdwatch. And these are some of the birds that you potentially could see within your garden, and it might just help you realise that there's such a variety of birds, and obviously we see some more than others. And as you can see, there's a range from the house sparrow to the robin to the wood pigeon, and we've even got some doves up there. So it really does help you to spot the different birds and help you count those different ones as well. And there is also another part on the website where you'll find lots of tips and identifying birds, not just by the way they look, but their call signs as well, because we quite often can hear birds, but we can't necessarily see them. So lots of wonderful resources on there for you to use to help you identify some of those birds in your garden. So it may be that once you've completed your survey and submitted your data, you might think, well, actually, I really enjoyed that, but I really like to attract lots more birds into the garden. There's a lovely post on the website that gives you lots of activities and other fun things that you can do. So the first thing that I did was there was a fantastic quiz on there, and it's to discover what type of garden bird you would be. So as you can see, I completed the quiz, and so I answered my questions, and it came up with the fact that I would be a blackbird. So it means blackbirds, and then it will give you a description of the type of bird that particular garden bird is. So in this case, the blackbird is independent and prefers being alone. It's a carnivore, though it also does like to feed on fruits and seeds in the autumn. Found everywhere, but you're not really a fan of mountains, and blackbirds have a beautiful mellow song. So why don't you go onto the website and find out what type of garden bird you might be? So it would be lovely at the end of this to think about encouraging and attracting different types of birds into your garden. And there are many ways to do this within your garden to feed and attract birds. So you can visit the site, and there were lots of lovely different ideas. And this one in particular I thought was quite nice because it also recycles some of the things that you've probably got at home as well. So this is a bird feeder made from a recycled empty plastic bottle, and it gives you the list of things that you might need. I'm sure these are possibly things that you've got around the home already. So a plastic drinks bottle or a yogurt pot or milk cartons, and wire or string. You might need to get some bird seed and some scissors. An alternative to the plastic bottle would be to assemble an apple bird feeder as shown here in the picture, and it shows you how to do that on the website as well. So as you can see, you just need an apple, a corer, some sunflower seeds, 3 relatively thin sticks and some string. So obviously if you're going to do something like that with the apple corer, please do make sure that you get an adult to help you. Once you're on the website, you can see that different birds are attracted to different types of foods as well. So this is a pine cone feeder. So when you're out on your walks, you might be looking out for some resources to use there. And for this one, you need the pine cone and some of the things that you've got at home. So raisins, peanuts, grated cheese, suet or lard, and you use that on the pine cone to create a pine cone feeder. So it would be really fantastic if we knew that lots of you are participating in the Big Garden Watch this year, and it'd be really fantastic if you could upload any of your photographs of any bird feeders or any of the activities that you actually do as part of the Big Garden Watch. So remember that by participating, you are helping the RSPB really look at the patterns of birds that are around, and you will probably find out a lot more about some of the birds that are visiting your garden, or perhaps notice some that you hadn't actually noticed before. The most important thing is that you can be outside, and it's something that you can do to help with the wildlife in your garden, and most of all just have fun with it and maybe do something together as a family. So maybe contact some of your other family members that you perhaps haven't been able to see and find out what birds they spotted in their garden as part of the Big Garden Watch. So have fun, and I look forward to seeing some photographs if any of you make any of the bird feeders and pop them up in your garden. So have a fantastic day, and I look forward to seeing you all soon and your amazing hard work on Class Dojo. Have a great day. Bye.